When I did my 2013 year in review video, I had 5,760 subscribers. Now, I have 13,658, which is an increase of 7,898 subscribers. So my growth year to year is up like my dick when I wake up in the morning. I'm glad that all of you here watching this video have taken the time out of your day to watch my videos, even if you only watch certain ones. I keep trying new ideas and to bring different types of entertaining content to my channel, but I also need your help in knowing which videos of mine you do and don't like. This way I can make the best content possible. Let me know down in the comments section which videos you watch and which ones you don't really click on. Next year, I hope to be involved in more projects and do things like host a competitive Call of Duty tournament or maybe even a Battlefield event of my own. But before we look into the future, let's examine the past. I've accomplished a lot here on YouTube in 2014. In addition to being a co-leader of the OP channel and a member of the Booster Busters Army, I've been featured on top 5 series of various channels. First of which was Chaos Silencer for the top 5 Call of Duty Ghost plays. Then Straight Up Knives the very next week, believe it or not, had me on for the top 5 throwing knives, and more recently Soar for the top 5 sniping plays. If you had told me back when I started YouTube that I'd be featured on those 3 channels, I would have had you committed to the loony bin. But I am certainly grateful for those opportunities, and another awesome opportunity that I've gotten is to be the co-host of the LagComp podcast with Frito and Eddie the Chump. We do shows every week and are in visual format on Frito's channel or audio only on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, and many other different mediums. This podcast is amazing because not only is it intellectual, with me obviously being the smart one here out of the 3 of us. No, I'm just kidding. But we are also comedians. We're hysterical, so it's a great listen, and I would argue that it rivals any gaming podcast that you could find. Now, I want to show you guys my personal top 15 videos of the year, which, by the way, was really tough to cut down because I practically make 1 video per day, and I wanted to include a lot more in here, but I wanted to make it 15. Last year was 20, the year before was 10, this time I decided 15 is going to be my most. I hope you've seen all of these videos, but in case you missed them, I'll describe them here and also leave the link down in the description to them in case you want to go back and watch it and tell them Schwanzi from the future sent you. But before we get into the top 15 on my channel, I'll give a couple of honorable mentions of videos that were of my creation on other channels. By the way, all of my guest appearances are in a playlist, which you can access via the drop-down box on the videos page. The first of which was the Devastation DLC parody that was on the Overpowered channel. That one raked in 45,000 views, which is pretty fucking amazing. It is one of the top viewed videos on OP. I think it's in the top 10. And this was one that I did on OP and I didn't do on my own channel because I had already slagged off the game a lot that particular week on my channel, so I wanted to spread around my Call of Duty Ghost hatred. And the next video is the Zombie Lies dedicated servers and Call of Duty that went up on Thunderstruck Gaming. Now, I've been featured on his channel twice, and hopefully going into the future I could submit more videos to go up on TSG, the Thunderstruck Gaming community channel, but make sure you go check out that one as well. Now, on to the top 15 videos of 2014, the first of which will be the 10K Q&A with Ms. Schwantz. It is an hour and 15 minutes long, but it's well worth it if one night you decide, hey, I want to listen to something while I'm doing homework. Turn on that video and open up your ears, and hopefully you'll have a laugh. My wife and I have, pretty good chemistry for not being people that do commentaries all the time, because, of course, we're awesome together, so that's one you should check out. For number 14, this is a fan favorite series on this channel, boosting bitches, and this one was The Interview. I got into a game of Hardcore Kill Confirmed, and I found 2 people boosting, because it's obvious to an expert booster hunter like me, if you join and you have 2 identical clan tags on opposite teams, you know that something is up. So my buddy Knott's Predator eventually invited them into the Xbox Live party, and I had an interview with the booster asking him why he was boosting and things like that, so make sure you check it out. Number 13, unlucky number 13, is a Terrible Teammates episode. It is my highest kill Battlefield gameplay, 48 kills, but yet our team still fucking lost on Lunfidi Garden. Now, I started my channel doing these shoutcasting type of videos, and I still love doing them to this day, and Terrible Teammates is always a popular series because we've all been that person who has done so much work, and yet the team still fucking loses. In at number 12 is the Advanced Warfare Early Access parody. It is a long one, but certainly worth it. Basically what I did was, this was right before the multiplayer reveal, and I cut up footage of Perfect Dark and Perfect Dark Zero and put it into a video and basically described how I would think the weapons and the technology from a game such as Perfect Dark, which came out like at least 10 years ago, would work very well into Call of Duty or into Advanced Warfare. It's pretty funny, so make sure you check it out. Number 11 is the Battlefield Unsolved Mysteries Volume number 7. Now, I've been doing better and better scripting and writing for these particular shows every single time, but this one to me was the pinnacle of excellent clips that I had found, plus very good scripting and very good storytelling. This series is one of those where I tried to do something funny with the bullshit or random deaths or stupid bugs that we've all encountered in Battlefield. And believe me, there have been so many bugs in Battlefield that I've been able to keep this series going. But I wanted to do something unique and different with the bugs instead of just raging like a fucking lunatic, because even though that does seem to do me well, you can only do so many of those type of videos. So that's why Battlefield Unsolved Mysteries is one of my favorite series. Clocking in at number 10 is the September edition of the monthly montage. Now, to me, this montage was probably the best one that I've done all year. The one that I did this past month, actually yesterday, was also really good, and there was another one way back in May, which I also think was really good, but this one had the best combination of clips showcasing all of the various different parts of Battlefield. It had good feeds of red guns, it had awesome clips of me blowing up and taking out vehicles, and although it didn't have very many sniping clips, there was my best, in my opinion, heli snipe I've ever had, with a helicopter that was turned sideways from where I was actually shooting. So I shot through the entire little bird to kill the pilot. So to me, that is my favorite monthly montage, and these videos take a long fucking time to edit. They take about 10 hours to edit these videos, so a lot of work goes into them, but the product definitely shows. In at number 9 is a series in which I call out other people on the opposite team of me, not my teammates this time, in crappy clans. Now, for this particular crappy clan episode, I had beaten this particular clan, which, by the way, we were playing on the clan server. Me and two of my buddies, Knott's Predator and I Plow Apes, were playing Battlefield. We played several matches against this clan, of which they had like 7 or 8 people on the opposite team to us, and we beat them every single game for a few games in a row. So this is definitely one of my favorite crappy clan episodes of all time. In at number 8 is a series that I know does amazingly on my channel, When Things Go Badly. Before Jev was putting together rage montages, I was doing this shit, motherfuckers. But you guys like the rage montages, so I'm going to keep doing them for you, even though they also take a long-ass time to edit. They take me about 12 hours-ish on average to edit, because I've got to watch through the entire live stream, which is about 4 or 5 hours right there. Then I have to cut up all of the clips from the stream, and then I have to put them in an order that makes sense, right? So that this way everything flows together very nicely. This particular Call of Duty Ghost Rage montage, which is number 21, by the way, this one had some of the most bullshit clips in it, and even though it's not my most viewed Call of Duty Ghost Rage montage, I think that this one is the best because just of the variety of different clips and the shit that I was saying with it. In at number 7 is part of my Cheaters Exposed series. This one is Hack Ops 2, Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Now, when a viewer sent me in this footage, and by the way, I really appreciate you guys sending me in footage for the Boosting Bitches and for the Cheaters Exposed type of series that I have on my channel. I'm very grateful to have active subscribers who don't want to see people that are cheating and boosting in Call of Duty or other games, mind you, go unpunished. But this particular video was so fucking ridiculous that it actually got featured on Lost in Place's main channel. So huge shout out to Lost in Place. I want to thank you for making me not only part of the Booster Busters army, but for the feature on your channel. Now, this particular hacker, he would change his player model into things like an RC car and a sentry gun, and he would even shoot Lodestar missiles out of the sentry gun. This shit was ridiculous, and the Ain't Seen Nothing Yet kind of is the build-up to show you, you know, he does something bad in the first round of Search and Destroy, but then he does something even more crazy in the second round, etc., etc. In at number 6 is a Titanfall patch parody. This one is the November 2nd patch. This is the one where they introduced the pilot skirmish 8v8 game mode, which was really fucking boring. I mean, they still have it in the playlist, but I never go and play it. But this particular patch parody, I hit so many home runs with all of the lines that I wrote for this particular script that it was, to me, my favorite patch parody. Now, I started getting into doing parody or sarcasm videos with patch parodies back in Black Ops 2 because at first, you know, like I said, I do the normal rage about how the patch didn't fix anything, but then I decided instead to turn it into something different. And I always have a mind for sarcasm and for being cynical whenever I read things like patch notes or any type of PR statement that comes out. I always try and read between the lines and figure out what they're actually trying to say with this bullshit. So patch parodies are definitely something that I enjoy doing and won't be going anywhere anytime soon. In at number 5, speaking of parody videos, is the Call of Duty Ghosts Nemesis DLC parody. To me, this was my best DLC parody that I've ever done, even though the Devastation DLC parody got much more views, or many more views, as I should say, you know, English motherfucker. But this particular DLC parody, to me, was my favorite. It's very caustic, it's very abrasive, and it's, you know, kind of a big fuck you to Call of Duty Ghosts. That's why I was really pissed off with it, and you could tell in this patch parody. There's a lot of personal things that I say towards the developers in this one, so make sure you check it out if you haven't seen it. In at number 4 is the Battlefield 4 Rage Montage number 24. Now, this particular Rage Montage is probably the funniest one I've ever done, and the reason for it is, at this particular point in the live stream that I grabbed the footage from, I had been drinking a lot. Now, I wasn't drunk, but I was very loose in trying to be mad and trying to be abrasive, and I talked in my raspy Schwantz voice for like a good 3 or 4 games, just getting pissed off at everything. So that's why I think this one is so funny, and you get to hear the reactions of the people who I'm playing with in real time. They're cracking up laughing at some of the shit that I say. Like, this came after one of the big patches for Battlefield that was supposed to have fixed a lot of problems, and then all of a sudden in this game, there were so many glitches. Like, there was this guy sliding across the ground, and I was claiming, like, in the kill cam, he was just hovering around like E.T. or some shit. It's just really fucking funny. You have to go watch it if you are a fan of my Rage series. And at number 3 was a video that probably took the most amount of effort to do because it was a collaboration with other YouTubers. However, when the final product came out, I must say it was amazing. It's a tad on the long side because I didn't realize how long my script actually was, and I wanted to say a lot of different things. I wanted to be kind of a dick to this new era of Call of Duty, like, marketing bullshit that they pulled with all of these YouTubers fawning over how amazing Advanced Warfare was before the game came out. It's kind of like a dick tease in that particular way. It's like, haha, I get to play the game and you motherfuckers didn't. I took it to, like, a whole new level. I just had a lot of my friends collaborate on this video and it came out amazing. You've got to check it. In it at the runner-up position is probably my favorite video that I've ever done. The Call of Duty Ghost voiceover DLC parody. As soon as this shit came out, as soon as it came out that Call of Duty Ghost was doing, voiceover DLC, I knew I had to make this video in which you could buy a The Schwantz 27 voiceover pack. Now, if they could actually do it and actually make it, I think that would be fucking amazing. I've always wanted to do something like make my own soundboard because of all of the crazy phrases that I say, but this just was like, this fit the bill. This was right up my fucking alley, and I had so much fun making this video, and you guys also loved it as well. Now, in at the #1 spot is my most popular video on my YouTube channel in terms of comments and likes and even dislikes, I think. Actually, no, that's not true. My most disliked video was when I ripped apart the Destiny beta. But anyways, this particular video has the second most views on my channel, with the first of which being some random search engine optimization video that I don't know how it got caught in like the circle of however YouTube works it. But anyway, so basically what happened with this video was I was fucking fed up with bullshit. This is when they first introduced micro DLC for both Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Ghosts, and I just had enough at that point. And I made the comparison of Call of Duty to other series that Activision had run into the ground, like Guitar Hero and Tony Hawk, in that they stopped caring about the quality of their product. They only wanted the quantity to move. And as Call of Duty sales have been plummeting through the years, they are trying to milk the ever-loving fuck out of this franchise. But what they don't realize, and how stupid are they to not realize this, is that if you put out a better quality product that people will have fun with, that will drive up sales by itself. So this video was noticed by a bunch of bigger YouTubers, and they shouted it out in their particular videos. So I'm grateful for them to pointing their subscribers at this video, because the passion was real in this particular video. Anyways, guys, those are my top 15 videos of 2014. If you guys have a video that I didn't mention, make sure you link it down in the comments section. And I hope you guys have a happy and safe new year. Don't do anything fucking stupid. I've been The Schwantz 27 over like 2014. Until next year.